Ryan, what's the feeling when you're coming here on a Monday when you've had a great win, but you've also lost, a trio of key players?
Yeah, quite bittersweet actually. It was a weird one. It's round one, and we sort of got that streak still going, but to lose Welchie, Georgie, and Cheese in a matter of minutes, it's pretty sad, I think. And I was just watching Welchie's press yesterday, and for what he's had to go through, and he talks it down, as if there's been a lot of people doing it tougher, and I'm sure there is, but the last few years that he's had, it really felt for him. He's obviously first game captain in the club, and pretty much got through the whole game. It was only those last few minutes. Very innocuous, but I really feel for those guys. They'd trained all the pre-season, got to now, and those just happened. But really proud of the group. I think the way we sort of bounced back after being down. I think that's probably the highlight out of the game is the comeback win, and it was pretty special. I think to sort of, I think we had 6 people debut for the club. That's a pretty amazing effort, and in a game where we had so many people out already, I think it was pretty impressive that we could bounce back and show some resilience and fight back and get a win. But at the same time, I was devastated for those boys who went down with long-term injuries.
Is that something Craig addressed straight after the game, or is that more something he'll talk about this morning and talk about the pain of that and then move on and how you grow from that?
Yeah, I think sort of probably adds a little bit of motivation. You know how hard those guys work, and just as a player myself, to see them go down, you just want to help them out and make sure they ride that success with you. You don't want to leave any teammate behind, and that's the situation we got now. Is we got a few long-term injuries, but at the same time, there's also opportunity for the next man up, and that's what we pride ourselves on as a club, and I'm sure we'll be able to bounce back from that. But at the same time, it's sort of riding that wave with those guys who are injured and making sure they still feel a part of the team.
What about for yourself personally? I mean, you're in doubt for a while there, but your foot has come through.
Yeah, it was a bit touch and go, and probably wasn't until halfway through the week last week that I decided I was fit to play. So the ligaments and everything had healed in my ankle, but it was just sort of the bone bruising that was taking a little bit of time. So it was really fortunate. The medical team pushed me to sort of get back for round one, and it feels really good. Honestly, not sore now, and got through the game all right. So it's one of those things. Happened early in the pre-season, and was lucky enough to play round one. And I guess when you put it in perspective, compared to the other blokes that got injured on the weekend, I had it pretty good. So pretty grateful for that. But at the same time, now I've got a job to do. There's no excuses.
And Latrell's coming back on Thursday night, so you're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I know you guys don't kind of tackle it to even kind of meet that often on the field, but he'll be...
he's probably their most influential player, and you can probably tell that they missed him on the weekend. So he'll be back, and probably have to watch some clips from last year and sort of see how he went about his game then. And I've no doubt he's developed since then as well, and he'll be hungrier this year. So it's a big in for them, and they're going to have to focus a lot on him, I think, because between him and Cody, that's where a lot of their attack goes. And I'm sure they'll be pumped up after losing in round one. There's no better way to respond than coming down to Melbourne and trying to stick it to us. So we're looking forward to the battle, but it's always a good game down here, and Latrell's a big in for them, so we've got to be ready.
The man to your left has been a lot of talk about his pre-season Cam Munster. Have you seen a different Cam Munster this pre-season, and are we going to see which is hard to believe, but an even scarier Munster on the field, do you think?
Yeah, he still doesn't shout coffees, so still waiting for that change to come. But he's just his attitude towards training, and he just seems so fresh and seems like a little kid again. I think he's nearly 30 now, so he's getting on. But he's got a different energy. Loves talking about footy, loves coming up with new plays, and it's exciting to be around, I think. It was a great win on the weekend, but just sort of thinking forward to when he comes back and he's part of the team. Same with Harry. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be some fireworks, and he's had a really good pre-season. So, really looking forward to run out with him on Thursday night.
Have you done a review of the game? Like, what I guess was the takeaway from it? Was it the fact that the Tigers actually played pretty well in that first half, or was it the error rate, or
Yeah, a little bit. We haven't done we'll do the full review today, but at half time it was pretty much, we done well to stay in there. I think we were down by 6 at half time, and just a few little shortcuts. Me trying to take that short drop out just before half time probably wasn't the right play, but just those little areas, and we were sort of confident that we could come back. I think we saw the possession stats, and I think they had 9 more completed sets than we did in the first half, which against any team that's ridiculous. But to stay within 6, I think was pretty motivating that we could go on and do the job, and we just had to back ourselves. So I was just sort of getting possession back and getting back into that game, and once we did, we saw what happened. So yeah, that's a great thing about this club, is you're never out of things, and there's always that belief. So that's how we looked at it at half time, and we ran out there, and they scored an early try, but same thing, we bounced back and just stayed with that message the whole time.
And a milestone going to your coach. Can you tell us sort of what he means to you, I suppose, personally, and also to the club?
Yeah, he's obviously 500 games. That's an unbelievable achievement. So he's done a lot for me in my career so far. And in terms of footy, I think he's just kept things really simple. But off the field as well, just the genuine care. You see how hard he works. He doesn't ask too much of you, just ask for effort. And if you put in effort, you'll make the side every week. So I think that's a pretty cool message to have from your head coach, and just goes to show that's the recipe to it. 500 games, he doesn't ask for too much, but you just got to put in the work and work for your teammates. It's not about the individual, it's about how you contribute to the team, and I think that's something he's kept for his whole career, and hopefully can see him hit 600. Hopefully he can coach us for a few more years.
Does his energy and focus on that surprise you, I suppose, after so long? Or?
Yeah, I think so. He just loves it too much, I think he just find it too hard to go away from the game, but his genuine passion for the game, and he's got a mantra: if you're going to do something, you may as well give it 100%. Otherwise, why are you doing it? So he walks in every day with that attitude, and that's infectious throughout a group. So as long as he has that, I don't see him giving it up.
Do you think it's been proven, the fact that so many players have retired or moved away or whatever, and the Storm keeps keeping on, that maybe he is the actual big one?
Yeah, I think there's definitely systems in place that allow that to happen, but at the end of the day, the coach has a lot to say in those decisions, and he's got a good relationship with all the players, and everyone has that mutual respect. So he's been here for a while, and Storm was successful at the start, no doubt, for sure, when he wasn't here, but I think he's taken it to the next level, and he's really developed that culture now, and everyone buys into it, and everyone knows if you're buying into it, it's going to be pretty successful. So he's a big part of it. Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.